Hello. Cheers, Kevin here. Welcome back to the main channel where I talk at you for an indeterminate amount of time. That's all that really happens here. I've said over and over that I got to change up what I'm doing on here. Yeah, I do, but hey, I haven't. So, well, we're here. That's what's going on. Hi. So I have something I want to talk about. I've actually wanted to talk about this for a while, but I felt like, should I? And it's been weird because I watch back when I'm editing these videos, and I'm like, kind of feel like I'm like just deliberately avoiding talking about what's going on in my life. So it's been making these videos has been a big part of my. This chair is getting squeakier. That's not good. It's been a big part of my sort of recovery effort. I moved out here from New York, and I was like, this is going to be rehab for me. I'm going to come out here. I'm going to try and get in a bit better shape. I'm going to try and get in a lot better mental shape. I'm going to try and save a lot of money. I'm going to try and focus more time on artistic habits. Not even necessarily, but just like hobbies and things like that, and trying to develop my life outside of my 9 to 5 and working on these videos and that sort of thing. Being able to sit down and just kind of candidly talk to you as though you were my therapist has been fantastic, and it makes me like a whole like dollar. So I get paid to just sit down and talk. So ha. But it's been weird because over the past about month. I felt like, oh man, I gotta kind of hold back. I can't talk to you guys about what's going on in my life. Because generally, like I've, be able to sit there and be like, what's really been the focus for me this week? What's been the big thing? And I was like, well, yeah, I was losing some weight. I was working on this. I was going for walks. I was doing this, or, I did this project or whatever the heck. And I was like, I'm going to talk about that because it interests me. And I would sit there and this past month I go up and I would turn on the camera and I go, oh yeah, I suppose I can't really talk about it. So, with enough, now that I'm in a relationship, which is weird. I'm not usually in one of those. It's pretty cool. It's a good weird. And I know I don't want to drive you all away because I know all you guys and gals are super disappointed right now. I'm sorry. I hope that we can still be friends. No, I've been in a relationship for about the past month, a little more than a month. Well, a little. I don't know. Relationships are very weird for me. I'm not a very relationship-y person. That is to say, like I'm not a serial monogamy. I mean, I'm not a polygamous. I just don't date. I was perfectly happy to be. Honestly, I told her this. I was like, I was probably just gonna be #forever alone, not in a sad way, but in a like, I'm comfortable with who I am, and I'm I have some friends. It'll be fine. And that's always, it seems to me, that's always the way that relationships sort of happen. Is that, as cliche it is whenever you're not looking. There and then they're there, and it's like, oh, I guess we're doing this now. I want to talk a little bit about it, though, because it's interesting to me if you look on, there is sort of an idea of like, you don't tell the internet that you're in a relationship. You don't do it because if anything goes wrong, then it's now the internet's thing to deal with as well. I'm not particularly concerned. I don't have, millions of people going like, "Oh, Kevin, we got to know what's going on. Who broke up with whom? Who made who miserable? Blah blah blah." No, I'm in a happy relationship. I'm very optimistic about the future of this relationship, and yeah, it's exciting and it's weird and it's different for me. It's something that, I don't know, it's going to take time to get used to, but in a good way. Not like, I'm freaking out sort of way. It's not to say I wasn't freaking out. I mean, I suppose there were definitely times when I was freaking out. I'm not good with people. I'm not good at sharing and opening myself up and that, despite the fact that I do all this stuff, there's a level of disconnect that makes it a little more superficial, and it's that that lets me be comfortable with it. And so trying to really learn how to be close and to share your time with someone else is kind of a new experience for me. It's a good new experience. It is weird because it is not what I would have predicted until like right before it happened. Like, no, I was going to be a loner type of person. I'm going to be like, I sleep whenever, I work whenever, I move around, I do whatever. And I'm like, no, I kind of want to, I kind of want to base my life decisions off of like what would make both of us happy and not me, which is not that I think I've always been a particularly selfish, and I've probably been a selfish person. I don't know. Anyway, what are we talking about? Yeah, not talking about relationships on the internet. But I've been when you are excited, when you are in love, which I think, yeah, I mean that's a word. Like you want to tell the world about it. When you're in love with whether that's an activity or a person or anything, and you're like, oh, so I would turn on the camera and be like, oh, I want to tell you guys. I want to tell you, like, I found this person who likes me. It's weird. But I kind of shied away from that. I don't know where I'm going with this. Yeah. But anyway, I'm in a relationship now. So that's weird and it's cool. And I'm really happy to see kind of where we go from here. It is a sort of thing where it does sort of impact. It's not that like we the two of us have talked about this. Like, we don't want to like encourage the other person to change. Like, we want to like try and fit into each other's lives. But there is sort of this inclination when you first get into a relationship to be like, I have to restructure all the things. I'm going to cancel all my plans. I'm going to spend all my time with you. Or the reverse, where you're like, I'm not going to cancel any of my plans. And I'm going to be like, why do I never see you? Well, trying to find that balance seems very interesting to me. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know, but I'm happy. It's weird. It's more just, it's not weird. Nothing is weird in a bad way. It's just weird that these are all things I didn't sort of expect to be experiencing. The like, hey, I want to figure out how to make our lives work together and like, make our schedules work and make, that's a new, and it's a good experience, and it's fun. On the weight side, things have slowed down a little bit. I'm still losing. I'm still a loser, which is good. Health is, it's not particularly better. It's not particularly worse. I am still making lots of videos and stuff. We are doing the Code Monkey podcast. I guess when this will go up, it'll be Thursday evening. Little thing, if you intend to listen to a live Code Monkey podcast, this would be the time to do it. I'm not going to say any more, because we're going to talk about things on the podcast. But if you plan to listen to those, then this would be a good time to tune in and listen. So, I'm trying to think what else is going on. Next week is holiday week. I'm not entirely sure what my video posting schedule is going to look like. I am still getting gaming channel stuff up pretty regularly now that I've sort of cut back on that commitment a little bit. So we'll probably see what's going to go up Thanksgiving week. And then after that, we'll be back to a normal schedule for a little bit. And then, just running through the end of the holidays. Work has been super, super crazy for me lately. So, just everything has been super frazzled. But, I don't know. I have somebody special in my life. It's really cool. It's cool. It's cool in a way that you didn't know you were missing. Which sounds like it diminishes it, but it makes it even more amazing. It's kind of like, no, this is a bad analogy because I feel like it cheapens it, but it's kind of like when it's like your birthday or a holiday and you're opening presents and you're kind of like, I don't really like need anything. And it's like, it's just going to be like socks or whatever. And it's like, it's fine. Like, thank you for buying socks. Like, that means I don't have to go to the store and buy socks. Like, that's really nice. And then every so often, like, you get a present from someone and it's just like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Like, that warms my heart. It's so sweet. Like, it's and it's because you couldn't have expected it. You couldn't have predicted it. It's just like, oh man, that's fantastic. It's not a perfect analogy at all, but just the idea that, I didn't know there was something missing in my life. And now there's a special person in my life. And I was like, yeah, I don't ever want to be without you now, which is really cool. I hope that you have special people in your life. And if not, I hope that you will find special people, whether that's in one person, or whether that's in a group of friends, or whether that's even just through a bunch of internet friends. All relationships are valid, and whatever way that you want to interact with people around you is a perfectly fine way. I think probably not interacting with people is a little bit unhealthy. I tried it for a long time. Didn't work out too well. Made me a very grumpy and crabby person. I don't want to be that person, but I hope that you're doing well, and I will talk to you soon. Cheers.